In the heart of the city, where dreams come alive, BWatts on the mic with the fire in his eyes. From the court to the field, every game, every fight, he's the voice of the struggle.
Hello, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Sports Talk with BWatts. I'm your host, Bernard Watts. I want to thank everybody who tuned in last night as I did my live broadcast from last night. Man, your response has been tremendous, and I just want to say thank you. And I appreciate it. As I was talking about the quarterback room for Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes. Just in case you missed it, go over there. Check out the video. I'm telling you, it was a good video. Got a lot of response, got a lot of emails. Appreciate the one that participated along with me in the chat also. You know how I feel about each one of you. Y'all are the ones who make Sports Talk with BWatts. You really do. Your presence alone, and I appreciate that. All right, from the depth of my heart. Hey, this our show together. I'm gonna say hello to everybody right now in the chat. Yes, the ones who've been rocking with me since day one. Randa Thomas, what's going on? Mr. Brino, how you doing? Appreciate it. My girl, Miss Fox, what's going on? Always Miss Faithful. I call her Miss Faithful, no matter what I do or what I say. Hey, she here with me. Miss Selma Johnson. Appreciate you, Miss Jeanette. Appreciate you. Nothing but love over here, baby. Nothing but love. My dog from the ATL represent as always Mustang Crazy. Boss lady, what's going on? She's the boss. She runs everything. Miss Phyllis Smith, what's going on? Yep. We here. Yep. The chat getting along. Can't beat that. When the ladies get along and the ladies are happy, I'm happy. I really am. Yes, I am. Hey, tonight we're gonna focus on a couple of things. My girl, my newfound friend, Miss E. Willer. Miss E. Willers is in the building. Tim, what's up, bro? Always rocking with me. Appreciate you, dog. Appreciate you. Look here. Getting ready to focus on the defensive side of the ball tonight. I want to look at the top 5 defensive players for this team in 2025, right? Now, when I give you my top 25, my 5, they just my 5. Coach Prime might have a different way. Either head coach. The defense coordinator might go another way. That's what they supposed to do. But when I look at my 5, I look at the videos or where they done played, and I look at the numbers that they don't put up. Most important things, I look at the video because that's what you're supposed to do as a coach. I don't go off no popularity. Just me. I'm telling you the 5 best players that my eyes have identified. Not nobody else now. My eyes. Now, I got Coach Dre tonight. Coach Dre gonna give you his 5. It ain't no right or wrong answer. 2 grown men gonna have a discussion, and we want you to play a part in it also. All right? All right. I ain't no insider. I'm just going off by what I done saw so far. So let's get into the show. We'll bring Coach Dre up. What's going on, TMB? Miss Nayo, what's up? Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Y'all rocking with your boy. Appreciate y'all. Every day of the week I come on, y'all here with me. That's a blessing. Really is. It's a blessing. And bring Coach Dre up. What's going on, Coach Dre?
What's happening, bro? How you feel? How you feel?
Hey man, I had a good day, man. Been in church all day, bro. Been in church all day, but hey, God is good. He really is. But just want to talk about top 5 players in your eyes, and we're gonna let them have it tonight. And we hope the chat go along. Well, starting this show off, y'all don't mind once again. You watch the sports talk with BWatts, hit that like button as you come in, and hit that bell notification to let you know whenever I go live and drop a video. All right. If you don't mind, go over there also. Check out my short that I done made. Uh, got another short I'm gonna drop probably tomorrow. I'm gonna let you know who the best wide receiver is, and I'm gonna do a live show on that tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Who I think the number one wide receiver is. All right. All right. Hey, let's go. Here we go. Coach Dre coming in at number one on my list. On my list, who I think is the best player on the defensive side of the ball. Not saying he's gonna start. I'm not saying that he's the All American. I'm just saying he's number one on my list. I believe after watching his tapes and watching his videos, I just believe this guy gonna be the top player on the defensive side in 25. He might not even start. Yeah, boys, I know. But right now, this is who I got coming in right here. Reginald Hughes. Reginald Hughes is a transfer player from Jacksonville State. Jacksonville State won their conference. Well, it was a linebacker, and I went back and watched the timeline. Coach Andre Hart went out and recruited this guy, and he was the first player that they recruited in the offseason. Well, why you say that, Bernard? Because we lost 2 linebackers, Hill Green, Bentley. JB had jumped in the transfer portal. Then he came back. What do you need on the defensive side of the ball to be successful? You need a linebacker who will hunt and can go side to side. I remember when Coach Andre Hart stood up in the room, he said he appreciated the effort that the linebacker room gave. Y'all was good at the point of attack, but we got to get better with speed, with size. When I look at Reginald Hughes and his film work, he represents all of that speed, size. Had a total of 83, 82 tackles last year, 18 tackles from 100. Anytime you got a linebacker that can come up and hit, be physical at the line of scrimmage, you got one. My belief, I believe he's gonna be the green dot. I believe he's gonna be the Mike linebacker. I could be wrong, but that's how I feel. Talk to me, brother. Who you got on your list? One of the best top 5 players on the defensive side for Colorado. Chat, y'all let me know too.
My number one guy was it's a guy that's coming back and he should shut down one side of the football field, and that's DJ McKinney. Uh, he's long, he linky. He's been a guy for since he got to college. He transferred in last year and immediately made an impact on the defense. Uh, I just like that we got a corner that's solidified on one side of the football field. Coach Brown feels like he's a first round draft pick coming out this year. I think he's the guy to look at for everybody in that defensive back room to look at to expire. I think he had a total of, if I'm not mistaken, I think he had 2 interceptions this year. He only had one really bad game to me. It was one game where he got some balls caught on him, but just to know that you got a guy with that kind of size and strength that can go in, I think he can cover the best receiver on the other team. So my number one guy coming into this year for Colorado defense is DJ McKinney.
All right, good pick, good pick, good pick. All right, coming in on number 2 on my board is Bam, another linebacker. I think this combination gonna be the best linebacker combination for Coach Andre Hart and Coach Prime since they've been coached in Colorado. That's Martavius French from the University of Texas San Antonio. This guy had a total of 82 tackles. Most important part, he had 17 tackles for losses in the backfield. I think he's gonna be one of the best defensive player on the field. Anytime you got two linebackers, not one but two, to coming in. Now I'm not counting out JB. I'm not counting out Garcia. I'm not counting out Webster and Goldberg. I think they all gonna have a play a part in this linebacker group. And also Mantrez Walker, the young kid. His future is bright. But when I just look at the linebacker group, these two guys and the way they putting in that work in the off season right now with Coach, the strength and conditioning coach, Coach Swayze, how you pronounce the last name, and the way they throwing on weights around, it look like they're gonna be the toughest thing in the Big 12 at the linebacker group. I like Martavius French at the second best player on the defensive side of the ball. Who you got?
My second guy is another returning guy. It's a guy who I picked to have the green dot on his helmet, and that's Preston Hodge. He's gonna be the leader of that defense. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. I so hate that he got injured towards the end of the season because I think he would have made a big difference in that defense. This kid is lights out. There's no doubt about the guy who's gonna play the nickel for us this year in our defense, and that's Preston Hodge. He could have went pro this year, guys. No, make no mistakes about it. Preston Hodge goes pro. He's a draft pick. He's not a free agent. He's a draft pick. So for him to trust Deion Sanders and Coach Mathis and Coach Livingston to come back and to put this work in to make sure that he can be a first-round draft pick is huge. He has the size. The one thing you will see these guys like Preston Hodge and DJ McKinney is during the pro day, those guys will also work out with the guys that are going to the draft. That's always the thing with the pro day guys. They can work out because the school is running the draft, so you can't tell the guys that can't work out and stuff. So you will see those guys out there running around, doing some of those drills with the guys that are also working out for the pros. But for me, it's gonna be hard. He's gonna be the leader of that defense. He's gonna be our Cam Silman Craig this year. He's gonna be the guy with the rallying cry. He's gonna be the guy that Coach Livingston can lean on. This will be his second year in the defense. So my number two guy is Preston Hodge.
Good take. Got Steve Woodman saying Otis, Hughes, Byers, McKinney, and Walker. Who else we got here? Sabrina Walters said Preston Hodge is the corner nickel. Okay. Who we got? Selma Johnson said Preston said unfinished business. Correct. Well, all right. That's a good take from Coach Drake. Now, coming in at number 3 for me will be Arden Walker. Arden Walker is coming off a great, I'm not saying a great season, but he's coming off a good season since he won the start. When you look at a defensive end and the defensive end group that we have now going to be coached by Coach, what his name? I forgot his name. George Hilo. Once Hilo sharpened this dude too, Arden Walker. Now, he don't have the fastest first step. I think Tajay McCoy got the fastest first step off that end who coming back. But Arden Walker, I think this dude's gonna turn up this year. I think him and Sam Okoloko on that other side. Boy, one thing about a defensive end, you can put pressure on the quarterback. That can do some wonders. You speed his clock up in that quarterback head mentally, you can mess up a whole offensive game plan. And I think he bring that kind of intimidation to the team. Arden Walker is number 3 on my list. I think he had a total of 4 or 5 sacks last year. And the team led the Big 12 in sacks last year. He had 3. You say he had 3? 5. He had 5. I know he had about 2 or 3 in one game. I think he that guy, man. Uh, he got the size, he got the motor, he got the quickness, and he got the toughness. That's what I like about Arden Walker. I'm not saying he's gonna start, but I hope he start. Uh, Depends on how Coach Prime and Coach Livingston want to go. I mean Livingston want to go, but I like Arden Walker as number 3 on my list. Talk to me, brother.
Number 3, that's where the linebacker come in for me, and it's none other than French. That kid, when I watch his tape, he pop off the screen. Guys, I don't want y'all to go by who he played for. This kid, and I'm a guy that don't even go by stars and all that. That stuff don't matter. But he was recruited by every big school in the country. He went to Tennessee first. Tennessee did not work out. That's how he got to the lower level school. Because
Coach Ray froze on.
Tennessee in the linebacker room, no ifs, ands, and buts about it. He doesn't do it shows. So I just think it's gonna be French for me at the linebacker spot. Things that we have besides the defensive line room, but just the way I see him work in his game film that I saw. Now I just want to see what he can do when he put on his Colorado uniform. So for me right now, my number 3 is Mr. French, the transfer in from USTA. That's my number 3 guy.
All right. Good pick, good pick, good pick, good pick. All right. Come in number 4 for me. Colton Hood. Listen, when Travis Hunter was out, Colton Hood was the man. Remember the game against Arizona, against a number 1 wide receiver. Colton Hood shot him down. Shot him slap down is a lockdown cornerback. Let me tell y'all. Colton Hood transferred in from Auburn. Would have been a starter if he had stayed there, but he decided to come to play for Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffalo football team along with his brother and cousin. Well, when Colton Hood got here, I talked to Duke the Scoot. I think he was on my first show. I asked him, man, who we need to look out for? He said, them Hood brothers, Colton Hood. I said, wow. I said, okay. He said, that boy is a dog, BWatts. And guess what? He showed me he's that dog. Remember this, that the director of personnel came out when they was practicing. Well, I'll put the video on and say, hey, point the finger at him. The next Jim Thorpe Award right here. And I'm calling. I know Coach Prime say DJ McKinney is the best. I guess because he reminded me of him, slim, 6'2", tall, had a good season last year. But me personally, just me, I take Colton Hood over anybody in college football right now as my defensive cornerback. He gonna fight. He gonna fight you. He ain't finna let you catch it. You ain't gonna catch it. He'll take a 15-yard penalty before he lets you catch that ball. That's Colton Hood. He's a straight dog and will lock you up. You heard, boy, this lock city right here. Boy, I come to put this lockdown on you. He talked that trash and he walked that walk. I like Colton Hood as the best cornerback, not just on Colorado, not just in the Big 12. I like Colton Hood, the best cornerback, the best defensive back in college football going into 2025. Somebody else got to prove it to me, and you just can't talk it. You need to show it on tape. I got the tape to show what Colton Hood can do on the football field. I like Colton Hood as the 4th best player coming back on this team in 2025. Talk to me, Coach Drake.
My 4th and my 5th guys, it's gonna be 2 guys. For my 4th guy, it was the defensive line, and I couldn't pick the 2, so I went with Lightfoot and Keaton Wade. Lightfoot, a guy coming in, a great defensive tackle. I'm not gonna tell y'all guys no lie. I think the kid he might start. When you just look at his tape, the way he plays the 3 technique is amazing. Now you're gonna tell me you're gonna get a kid in here with already great technique to go with Warren Sapp it could go crazy. And Keaton Wade, this kid had 4 to 5 sacks. He only played half the season. He only played half the season. If this kid would have been healthy all year, hey, there's no doubt in my mind this kid would have had anywhere from 9 to 10 sacks. The kid was almost unblockable off of the end. Like I said, our defensive line room is deep. But those two young gentlemen, Lightfoot and Wade, for me up front, those guys are going to really, really, really be good. I love Lightfoot's tape, and he's one guy who has came in and embraced everything about Colorado, everything about it. And you see him working. You see every day. Swayze did with those defensive ends that they had at Miami at the time when they were wrecking shop down there at the University of Miami. Those ends were quick, fast, just like a guy like Keaton Wade. Like I say, whoever the next, they're going to be working with Coach Hilo and whoever else the new defensive line coach is, that it probably will come out this week because, spring ball is coming up. So before is Lightfoot and Keaton Wade.
Okay, all right. Coming in at number 5 on my list. No, I didn't even type it in. Well, let's do it right quick. Coming in at number 5 on my list. McNeil, defensive tackle for Colorado football team. If you just go back and look at the game, the Texas Tech game, this dude stayed in their backfield. He stayed in their backfield. Look at him. Now, also, when I looked at the tape, Coach Dre and the chat, he was in the backfield against Kansas. He just didn't make the tackle. He just, I don't guess he was strong enough, but that running back and that quarter, but they were back there. Him and Hill Green. I ain't never seen nobody miss so many tackles in a game than Hill Green and McNeil against Kansas. Man, that defense coordinator called up and played for him left and right. He called a good game. They just didn't make the tackles. But coming into this year, I think McNeil is on my list as the number 5th top player on the defensive side of the football. I think he got the ability. He got the want to. He just needs to stay healthy. That's the main thing for Colorado football team. They entire football team. Even though they got the depth, I just need them to stay healthy. If they can stay healthy, McNeil got the potential to get drafted next year. That's just my opinion. He got the motor. He got the skills. He got the toughness. He got everything. Man, Warren Sapp and D. Lou, they brought the best out of this dude last year. And I believe they're going to do the same thing this year. I like McNeil as my number 5. Talk to him, Coach Dre, about you.
My number 5, again, it's a split up, and it's Tafik Byers and Colton Hood. I think that secondary could end up being the best secondary in the country. If you watch Tafik Byers at the University of South Florida, which I had a chance to get up to see up close and personal a couple of times this past season, this kid is electric. This kid is what you're looking for at the safety position. He gonna come down and hit you. No, he's not. No, he's not Shiloh Sanders, but he is a good enough replacement to go in to play that safety position. And what else can you say about Colton Hood? Colton Hood, after watching the Heisman Trophy ceremony, he called Deion Sanders up and said, "Coach, don't worry, we'll be back here again." That's just how much confidence this young man has in himself. I think him and DJ McKinney gonna fight for the Thorpe Award this year. I know that Ohio State got the kid over there, and he's a heck of a talent. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. But everything about Colton Hood is remarkable. If you wanted to last year and you just want to say, "Hey, Travis, go play offense," we'd have still been fine on defense because we had Colton Hood. That kid is electric. from him. I just don't want him to fall down when we get interceptions. I want him to go score touchdowns. But besides that, he comes up and hits. He makes big plays when they present it to him. And he doesn't shy away from the moment. And the one thing I saw from this young man is he's very coachable. Last year, if you go back and watch them first few well-off videos, Coach Prime was really on him very hard about some of his techniques, the way he was doing certain stuff. He took everything in stride, took every bit of that coaching and applied it to his technique. And that's why you saw the best of Colton Hood. So that would be those, Tafik Byers and Colton Hood would be my two number 5 guys.
Coach Ray, when I say appreciate your participation though, Coach Ray, on your top 5. Appreciate that you had a good list. Got no debate right here. I think it was a good list, justified and everything. But when you look at the players from the IMG program, when you look at Alex McPherson, when you look at London Mary, the ability and the knowledge they bring into Colorado, because the IMG program down there in the state of Florida is known to produce good players. You see already Bill Belichick up there in North Carolina have already hired their head coach to be his special team coach. He's trying to get in that pipeline because he see Coach Prime doing it, and he want the best of the best too. When you look at the IMG program, and especially the 2 guys that we got from that program, like Adam McPherson and London Mary. Hold on for a minute.
Hey man, you can't be jumping.
When you look at those guys, what do you see them bringing to the team this year?
Well, let's break down IMG for people that don't know.
Talk to them, bro.
IMG is a school. IMG is a mini college in the state of Florida. It's right down here outside of Orlando in Bradenton, Florida. It's a campus. Kids that come to IMG has 2 football programs. They have a national football program, and all they do is go across the country. And that's the team that McPherson was on, that Merritt was on, Seton, Cash, Cleveland, all those guys that came to Colorado, they were on that team. They again, if you haven't heard me say this, McPherson is from right up the road, 20 minutes from me, and he played in a little place called Stark, Florida. So they go out and they get the best kids that they can find to make their program great. They came right down here to Gainesville and got my guy Gibson, Jared Gibson, who's now running back at the University of Texas. So what they do is they go get the best talent from all around because they can house the guys. So the reason that these kids come into college ready to play is because they're already used to being away from home. They're already on a meal plan. They're already in a strength and conditioning program. They're already set, and that's why they're set already up for college. We have a couple of schools like that down here in Florida that they have, programs that are already have these kids set for college. McPherson is an animal. Like I say, when you look at him, you think of Joey Bosa, you think of the Watt brothers. That's the mind frame he puts you in. He's big, he's strong, he has a quick first step, he has great hand movement. Like I say, he can play in or defense, or he can go on the inside. So I think if they put on a little weight, you can see that guy move down the defensive to the 3 technique or the 1 technique. And my God, if he moves down there might not be a kid that can stop him. There might not be a kid that can block him. That's just how good he is. London Merritt been great for a while. He came down to IMG last year because, again, you want to know how good you is, you come down to IMG and you get yourself recognized. You go against the best of the best. You hear all the time coaches say iron sharpen iron. Well, every day you going against the best. They got about 50 kids on that travel team, on that national team. Out of those 50 kids, I guarantee you 35 or 40 signed big name Division I scholarships. I think one year it was like every kid on their team signed a Division I scholarship. That is the reason why you go to IMG. That's it, to get you ready to go to the big leagues. I think there's a couple of linemen out of Colorado right now that's coming down to IMG to play this season. Right now they're trying to find a football coach, and they're looking long and hard because, like BWatts said, Bill Belichick said, "Hey, listen, I'm gonna go get the head man and see if I can get him to come in here and bring some of those guys with him." Okay, we already have that. We already have that at Colorado because we got Big George and we got some guys that are ready to come in from IMG. So the guys that are at IMG now, most of them play with McPherson. They play with Merritt. They've been there long enough. They got a chance to play with Cash Cleveland and Jordan Seaton. And when you look at Colorado, you say, hey, man, these guys let freshmen play. If you come in and do the right thing, and if you come in and do what's right. A lot of y'all think that just because you got the talent that you're going to automatically play. Well, that just ain't the case for the University of Colorado or Deion Sanders. That ain't going to happen. If you don't do the little things, if you late, if you're not watching the film, if you can't get to class, I don't care nothing about your talent, because that doesn't matter. Because in life, that ain't going to work. In the NFL, that's like he told him. In the NFL, that's not going to work. If you late the meetings, they taking your money. If you do this, they taking your money. So Deion is setting these guys up for either the NFL or real life. And you have to do all of those things to be successful. The most talented people in the world ain't always the best. It's the people that put in the hard work and the dedication and the determination. That's what you really find out. Because, again, Cash Cleveland was a walk-on. He didn't have a scholarship. They just said, hey, you're a preferred walk-on, come up here, get yourself together, and if you can play, we'll get you right. And all this kid did was study and get himself together, so when his number was called, he was ready. And what I'm telling y'all is, if you watch Jordan Seaton highlight film, you saw Cash Cleveland, and Cash Cleveland jumped out on Jordan Seaton's highlight film coming out of high school. So you have to give kudos. And Big George, hey, listen, and that's why you know that your offensive line is in good hands, because Big George was their coach until he decided to come up to Colorado and help his good friend Deion Sanders. And yes, we did forget about Smitty. Smitty also played at IMG last year. Chauncey Gooden, he also played at IMG last year. So you got a plethora of young men that come from that program that know what it's like, and they know what winning is, because IMG wins, and they win at a high clip.
All right, check this out, Coach Ray. Coach Ray, on the defensive side of the ball, my opinion, I think it's going to be the strength for Colorado this year in 2025. I think they're going to hold some teams down so this offense get a chance to get itself, find its groove, get its feet up under. But we lost a key part on that defensive side that people keep overlooking. And that was one of the coaches, Coach Dancy. Now we going from Coach Dancy to George Hilo. What kind of effect will George Hilo have on the defensive side of the ball, especially at that defensive end? Sam Okaloka, Okaloka, Arden Walker, Tajay McCarty, Keaton Wade. What kind of coaching effect will he have on this defensive end for Coach Prime this year in 2025?
You legitimately have a guy who could go somewhere and be a defensive coordinator if he wanted to. I'll say that again for the people in the back. You have a guy coaching your defensive ends that could go somewhere right now and be a defensive coordinator if he wanted to. This was a great just a promotion by Coach Prime. That was the reason why he brung in Hilo. And again, it shows the selflessness and why people want to come to the University of Colorado. This man knows his worth. He knows he's a defensive guru. He's a defensive genius. And to say, hey, I'll come in and play the back role to these other guys because you already got your guys in place and wait on my chance to get into one of these roles, and show my value. But I'm gonna do what I do to the best of my ability, and that's what you saw. And the things that's the greatness of well off media and reach the people and the pregame show is we got to see the inside and see him breaking down the halftime. And so my biggest thing is for us to get somebody to break down that stuff like he was breaking it down up there in the booth to get these boys ready at halftime, because I think that was the biggest reason why we adjusted very well, because you had a guy with a mastermind type of mind sitting up there making sure, seeing the little things that you could do to change around to get us better. But this is just a great hire, a great promotion. Not letting Coach Hilo letting him leave that room, going somewhere else, because I think that would have hurt a little more than anything else. So we got to be thankful for for having him on our staff, because you saw the genius of what he did this past season, and I can only expect more. But again, it shows you the type of, and that's why I be telling y'all when people be coming at Deion Sanders crazy, it shows you the type of character. Because a lot of people would have pushed a guy like Dancy out the way to give Hilo a job or give him a position. You get what I'm saying? He didn't do that. No, bro, if you want to come here, this is what I got for you. This is what I can offer you, and such and such and such and such. And then for Hilo to take the position and to not be bitter or not to be anything and to give it his best, that's a sign of, and that's why I say we have the best coaching staff in the country, because these coaches show you selflessness, and that's why these young men show you selflessness. That's just a great impact of Deion Sanders and what he can bring to the table.
All right, Coach Ray. Also, when I mention these three names, Colton Hood, DJ McKinney, President Hard, you say what?
The best DBs in the country, the best defensive backs in the country, bar none. You name me somebody else that's bringing that kind of experience and that kind of grit and determination to the football field, and then I'll talk to you. But when you rattle off those three names, three guys that have played predominant minutes for the University of Colorado, coached by Coach Livingston, your defensive coordinator, another year in this defense, getting yourself together, just arguably the best DBs in the country. That's what I say when you bring up those names.
All right, one name, Carter Stoudemire.
He's that man. He's the guy that if he can stay healthy, he gonna show the world what he really made of. Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about it. Like I say, I'm a Commander McLean guy. That's my jit. As the young people say, that's my guy. But he came in and outplayed Commander McLean as a freshman. If he doesn't get hurt, that freshman season, and have to sit out and then have to rehab and get himself together, that kid has a probably even better season than he had last year. But he's that guy. He will be the guy in that safety room this year, and there's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. He's that guy.
All right, check this out, Coach Ray. Hey, y'all watching Sports Talk with BWatts. I'm your host, Bernard Watson, along with Coach Drake. If y'all have a question for Coach Drake, drop it down in the box. We got about 20 more minutes, and then we're going to go and watch the All-Star game. All right, 20 more minutes. Talk to us. Talk to us, chat. Put a question down in the chat and let us know, and we'll get it to you. What's up, Maria S? How you doing? Coach Drake, when we look at the Big 12 Conference, you got coaches that are coming back. UCF bringing their coach back that was there. Another team that got a coach that people are not looking at, but I'm looking at him real hard for the last week. The head coach for West Virginia. He ain't no slouch. He an X and O coach. He an offensive coordinator coach. He know how to score the football. Don't overlook West Virginia. But saying that, what top three teams other than Colorado you think will be playing or trying to get or have a better opportunity to get to that Big 12 championship? Three teams other than Colorado.
You can't overlook the Big 12 champs from this year. They have a great coach. Coach Dillinger and his staff, Hines Ward and those guys over there at Arizona State. You can't overlook those guys. Those guys are gonna come back. They're gonna fight hard. They think they got a chance. Hey, the guys that beat us in the bowl game, BYU, again, another great coach, and a great staff. Know they're gonna come. They're gonna come with it and bring it hard. And I just think Utah gonna play inspired football this year because they know Coach Willingham. This it for him. He's leaving after this season. He's retiring from the game of football. So I think those guys are gonna play real inspired, really trying to get him to the Big 12 championship, to try to get him to the playoffs, to show what a great coach he is. But you hit the nail on the head with West Virginia. Rich Rod is a heck of a football coach, and Rich Rod is doing it a little bit of the Deion Sanders way. He just went back and hired his former quarterback and Pat White to come back and be his quarterback coach at West Virginia. You get what I'm saying? You're going to have Pac-Man Jones saying he's going to be coming back and being there to support. That's who his coach was. And so you're going to see West Virginia really make some big moves, get recruiting. Down here in Central Florida, they brought back Scott Frost, and that might, they feel good about what they got going on in South Florida. But it's no disrespect to nobody. Everybody knows CU run the roost in the Big 12. Everything got to come through Boulder, Colorado, and everybody got to come see Deion Sanders and the Buffaloes. But those three teams that we just named, you got to respect those three teams. No ifs, ands, and buts about it.
All right. JR Boxing got a question. Appreciate the $1.99, Doc. I don't know. I might need to send that back. I can't buy nothing with that. Nothing. I'm gonna send it back to you, big dog. I can see it with $4.99. You saw $1.99. What's the biggest obstacle ahead into the spring ball? Well, it's gonna be the offensive line. I ain't gonna say it's an obstacle. It's just an unknown heading into the spring ball. It's an unknown because we really don't know what the players. We just don't know how they do. We know probably what they can do as an individual, but how they're gonna do as a group. I think that's gonna be an obstacle to me. That's just me, and I probably want to use that word to describe obstacle. I don't think it'll be an obstacle. It's just an unknown. Go ahead, Coach Ray.
I mean, that's it. Everywhere else, when you look at the football team, our football team, you can pencil in at least 2 to 3 starters. At receiver, you kind of know what who the battle gonna be. Defensive line, you kind of know who you think gonna be the starters, linebackers, so on and so forth. It's only one guy on the offensive line right now I can pin in. I can pencil in everybody else. It's only one guy I can write in pen that's gonna start on that offensive line. His name is Jordan Seaton. Everybody else I'm writing in pencil so I can face it if I have to. And that's just being honest with y'all right now. Our offensive line, we gonna see. We got some guys that came in off of transfers. We got some freshmen in here. Chauncey Gooden, I keep telling y'all, Chauncey Gooden look good. He look good, boy. He look good. You see him squatting. You see him working hard. I just like that kid up and down. I think he's gonna be pushing for starting playing time. With this new offensive line coaching group, I expect to see some of what I saw last year with the defensive line. So that's why you say that's the biggest question, is because you got unknowns of who's gonna start with just having one starter, and you got new guys in the room. But you got a Colorado great in Coach Dre. You got a guy who's loyal, who done been around, and Coach Gunner being the guy who's leading that room. I'll say that again, Coach Gunner, who is leading that room. And then Coach Big George, who is also there, who has coached some of these guys at IMG. And so that's the biggest unknown and our biggest thing. And another thing I think a lot of people is I want people to be able to sit back and watch. You won't see it a lot in practice in the spring game, but I think you will see what y'all been looking for out of Pat Shermer in the offense. because again, it will be more balanced. It'll be more. You'll just see a difference in the offense. I won't say how much more balanced it'll be and all of that. I just know that you guys see a different offense or see a better offense.
All right, that's a good point. Appreciate it, JR. Appreciate it, buddy. Appreciate you, man. JJ Star Wars said that's why that defense needs to be lights out. I agree with you, big dog. I agree with you. FD, what's going on? Your line is going to be on point and mean. Coach Garrard, Coach George, Coach G, White, and Matt. What are you, Manchester? Well,
Yeah,
I
he's
don't know
talking
what
about
he's
Matt
doing.
McChesney. He's talking about Matt McChesney. He's
Oh,
talking
they
about
don't
Matt
hire him?
McChesney. He's talking about Matt McChesney. No, they didn't
Oh,
hire him. I think he said on his show that he'd be a consultant. Him and Coach Dre are real good friends. They played together at Colorado. So he said he was gonna consult and stuff of that nature. He said there's some things that he couldn't talk about on his show the other day. But no, I don't think he has a title or has a role. But every college team do have consultants, guys that outside of the people that they hire that they talk to and get advice from that's outside of the room that they talk to. And I think that's what Matt'll be.
my dog. But you all right with me? You all right with me? I'm still gonna send that $1.99 back because when you send super chat, Uncle Sam Uncle Sam down that $1.99, he gonna get that $1.10. I'll probably get I'll get the rest of it. JR said, what freshman do you expect to make an early impact on the field in each position room? All right, each position. Well, you gave me a whole show. You should have brought the butt up here and talk instead of running all this stuff down. All right. All this stuff down. You should have sent about $50 for that one. All right. Freshman. Offensive line, Coach Drake. Who you got?
Good.
All right, Coach Drake said good on the offensive line, JR. In the wide receiver room. Give me a freshman, Coach Drake. Farrakhan X, JR. I agree with him on both of them. All right. Let's go to defensive side, defensive line, defensive tackle, freshman.
Hudson.
Who?
Hudson. From Daytona, Maine. Hudson, yes sir.
Oh, okay. Freshman, linebacker or defensive end?
Merritt.
All right. I had to go with McPherson. And also, Mantrell.
Hold on. McPherson at defensive end, not Merritt. McPherson, that's what we write. McPherson. Go ahead.
Yeah, I had to go with McPherson. And Mantrell Walker at the linebacker. What about the defense and the safety?
Yeah, Walker.
Defense and the safety and defensive cornerback.
The defensive
freshman.
back. I got Branch at the cornerback spot. I don't know if we got any freshman corners. I don't think we got any. I don't think we got any. Yeah, I just think we got Branch. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Appreciate it, buddy.
JJ, he is a bit smaller, but they don't call you baby Sap for nothing coming from the state of Florida. He is a little smaller. I will give you that. He is a little smaller. But, boy, listen, if you go watch his huddle tape, like I say, I got a chance to see him because he right down the road, and I got to watch that kid grow up. They don't call you baby. They don't throw around that name like that. And then for the Warren Sapp, the back it, Warren Sapp backstat, that they call him baby Sapp. So, and we didn't get a lot of freshman defensive tackles, so you had to go with Hudson.
All right. Keith Stallings said wide receiver Gibson should make an immediate impact. What's your thought on that?
Yeah, he will, but I think it's going to be more on special teams. He playing in the slot.
Okay, I got a question. Let me follow up something. Let me talk to you about this.
You got Hodge. and you got Mathis.
Look, let me talk to you about this. Let me ask you a question. When you look at Gibson, I know he's from Texas. I know he's the best high school player out of Texas. But when you look at his game and you look at Cam Michael game, what's the difference?
I just think the size.
That's
I just
it.
think the size. I just think Cam McHale.
So why would they?
That's the only
So
difference.
my question is, why would they go with Gibson instead of Cam Michael? And why Michael over Gibson?
Well,
Cam Michael the fastest, he's bigger. And I think he's better than Gibson.
Think. Again, I think it's just called the DeSoto killer. And DeSoto is one of the best schools in the state of Texas. And this kid single-handedly beat DeSoto twice. Cam Michael, he didn't mind. So I just think they just need to see him out there playing again. Gibson gonna help us in the special teams, kickoff return, punt return, like that right there. Like I say, in the receiver room, that's why I think he has a better chance of playing more at the receiver than Gibson, because in that slot, it's gonna be pressed for playing time in that slot position when you got Cam McHale, Draylon Miller, Hodge, and you got Caleb Mathis. I just think it's going to be hard for him to get on, but I think he will play on the special teams. But I don't know why people, like I said, I just think people didn't see him play last year. And you talking about the Gatorade Player of the Year. I don't.
Right. Well, you know, I will hold this video till tomorrow when I do the wide receiver room. And I just want to remind some people about this dude. This dude ain't no joke. Thought I had. I don't think I got it. But maybe I'll just wait till tomorrow. But also, Coach Ray, I want to ask you, what's your thought on defense coordinator? He coming into his second year, Coach Ray. He got a pay extension, contract extension. I heard from a couple of people that two teams tried to take him away from Coach Prime, but he really liked the Colorado, so he wanted to stay. And Coach Prime went on his behalf to the board and got him an extension so that he can stay. What's your expectation from this defensive coordinator going in year two?
I expect him to do great things. What people fail to realize is Livingston is loyal. That's one of the main reasons why Coach Prime picked him. That is one of the main reasons why he got picked. He stayed with the Bengals. He could have been left that organization and went somewhere else 2 or 3 years ago. From what I was told, it was teams coming to ask him to come get better pay, be assistant defensive coordinator in the NFL. So when he finds people that's loyal to him, he's loyal to them. So that doesn't surprise me that he turned down 2 teams to stay with Deion Sanders. You're gonna see the best in Robert Livingston this year. I think we got a great defensive staff, and when you have people get beside themselves with the defensive coordinator and the person who calling the plays. For you to be an elite offense or an elite defense, you got to have great staff, and he has a great staff, starting with his linebacker coach, his defensive safety. So I just think the guy has a great. He should win the assistant coach of the year award this year that he should have won last year. So
All right. Got about 5 more minutes. I think the game already done started. Coach Drake, when you look at McNeil, I think this is gonna be his last year. He got to put up a setup this year. This is year. This is year. He got to come get it, Coach Drake. McNeil got to put out.
Yeah, I expect them to go out there and do big things. But hey, you can't come out there half stepping because we got a
I
lot of
know
guys
that's
in that
what I'm
room.
saying.
A lot of
I
guys
know,
in that
man.
room.
I
You
know.
got to come out there. We got
Yeah,
we
I
got we
know.
got a lot. We got a lot of guys in that room, so he got to come with it. But I believe in the guy. I think Coach Sapp believes in him hard. Every time we turn on the camera, he in there working hard. Like I say, I believe in the guy. I just think it's gonna be a heavy rotation in that defensive line room, a heavy
Oh,
rotation, and especially at that defensive tackle spot because you got Barnes, you got Otis, you got Kane, you got guys down there. So it's gonna be a heck of a battle, but I think he's up for it.
yeah. I think this. Well, he got to put up. He just got to put up this year, man. Like I said, boy, that thing. And I'm gonna be honest. I think Prime gonna try to get him one more out that springboard. Think he do. I believe he gonna try to. I wouldn't be surprised, put it like that. In that spring portal, he go down there and pull him another D line. I just wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised because I really think Coach Prime see what his team is right now, and the only way he know he gonna have to be able to contend for that Big 12. He's gonna be on that defense side of the ball because it's a running back league and a quarterback running league, and you just don't have no quarterback like Shadur was this past year coming in this year. That they're gonna drop back to that beat you with his arm. This league, this Big 12 gonna try to beat you with a running back, a good defense, and a good running quarterback for the opposition that we gonna face. But saying that, Coach Dre, also, who's gonna be that strong safety? I keep hearing you saying Stoudemire. I keep hearing you saying Takifa Byers. You got to give me something else beside that, Coach Dre. You got to sell me something else beside that. Will they hit the transport portal and try to bring in another? Or will we look at that Johnson guy from Arkansas? Coach Dre, your internet messing up. Okay, Coach Dre breaking up right now. You back? All right. But like I say, what what's your expectation? Uh, Colorado back end of their defense. People in the chat. Who do y'all like to see at that safety position? Give me two safeties that you would like to see on Colorado back end in this first game coming up against Georgia Tech. And I'll be there August the 30th in Boulder, Colorado. Talk to me. TM say RJ Johnson is better than Carter Stoudemire at that free safety. Lil Bucket said, well, I'll just drop with Shadur and Salter. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that, man. I post that video, some of the video up there on my Instagram. FD said Tahifa Birds and Vickers. Oh yeah, forget about Vickers. Good look, FD. Good look. TM say Stoudemire also. Yeah, yeah. I guess I'm just hooked on the physicality of what Shiloh and Cameron Simeon Craig brought to the team last year. I got to be patient to see what they're gonna do. I got to be patient to see what they're gonna do. The coaching staff and just see what they're gonna bring inside their house. Because right now I'm just ain't sold. I'm not sold on the back end of the defense. Maybe Stoudemire, okay. But I need to know who's gonna be beside Stoudemire. People keep saying Vickers. I just ain't seen no film work on Vickers. Keep telling me Takifa Byers. I seen some film on about 1 or 2 games. He made 2 good tackles against Alabama, and that was it. But when I look at Cameron Simeon Craig, when I look at Shiloh, I got plethora videos to go out for. I just ain't seen that in them. I guess I'm gonna just have to wait to see. Let's see, Coach Ray coming back. Yeah, yeah, Coach Ray. I was just saying about that safety room. I still got concerns about it. What you know
I
about
don't.
Vickers? Vickers. What about Vickers? You know anything about him? The
Vic,
chat
Vic,
said that.
Vickers can play safety or corner. He comes from
Oh,
Oklahoma.
he played corner too.
Yeah, he can play corner too. So and then we got Johnson and Riley. You got Johnson and Riley. You got Sotomayor at safety. You got Ben. You got Ben, and then you got them young boys. We have the depth. We just ain't seen them.
Just ain't
So
seen
that
him.
I think that's it. You just haven't seen them. So
Right.
do I believe that we're gonna go out and get somebody else in that room? Yes. In the portal, yes. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. That we're gonna go get maybe another safety and another corner. That's what I believe. The offensive line and the safety and corner room are the places where I expect us to see some turnover in the spring if guys don't leave. Again, I heard you say that you think we're gonna get another defensive lineman. There's no way I'm coming to Colorado unless somebody leaves. The room's too full.
It might be
It's too
somebody who
full.
think
You
they
already
better than them. It's full. It could be somebody that think they better than them, Coach Drake. You never know,
I
man.
agree. I
What
agree
if they
with that.
find a guy that jumped in that portal was a second or third string from the University of Georgia, Alabama, and he got a little playing time, and he think he can get in there, and he want that light, he want that stage. It's just like for the safeties. I think they're gonna go out at least 2 defensive backs and safeties. They need it.
Yeah, yeah. I think, like I said, I believe the defensive back and safeties, yes. But if don't nobody
Even a
leave in the
linebacker.
spring, that's another room. It's gonna be hard press for me. This is what you got to think. See, this is what I do. I think like kids think. Like when you think about this, you got to think like an 18 or 17-year-old kid. So now I'm looking at Colorado roster right now in the spring. I see French. We just gonna talk about linebackers. I see French. I see I see Hughes, right?
Right.
Now they still got Webster there. They got JB, Goldberg, Garcia, and Hood.
That don't. It might be another linebacker said, "I'm better than them."
Again, you gonna have to. Again, you remember how upset you was this year when you had to sit here 2 or 3 games and wait for Nikhil Green to get in the game.
Yeah, but you're
Do you
wrong.
remember
You're
that?
wrong. You're wrong, boy. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. I'm trying to let that part go. Co-Prime. I know you watching Co-Prime. Yeah, I was upset.
listen. Do you? So what I'm
No, we
saying
don't want to
is,
go down that route. We don't want to go down that tree no more. Then. Nah.
that's what I'm. So that's what I'm telling you. So now we, like you say, we go out and it's a guy from Georgia who was maybe second or third string. He come in here, but Hughes and French done showed in the spring that they the guys. You got to come in here and beat them out, and 9 times out of 10, you ain't gonna get that opportunity until we play Georgia Tech to really show it. You get what I'm saying? So like
That makes
that's
sense.
what I'm saying. So that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying you wrong. I'm just saying that guys gonna look at what you got in that room, and unless somebody leaving out that room, I'm not coming in that room because like I say, Coach, and a lot of people get upset with Coach Prime for that because they be like, well, Coach, this dude, he looked like he a guy. He looked like he this. He looked like he that, and he had Prime don't go by that. That don't phase Deion Sanders. It never has. What shows him is you got to come in here and do everything right, do it the right way, the little things, because he know you got the talent. We knew Nikhil Green had the talent. The other player that we won't name, I just told you, for him to get off the field, you got to do everything right and then get on the field and do exactly what Coach them expect you to do. Nikhil Green did that. So a guy might not want to go through that. If you listen to JB talk, he told you he didn't talk to Coach Prime. He didn't talk to nobody. He just thought he had did enough in these last couple of springs to show that he should play. And he wasn't playing, so he just was getting frustrated. So a guy who's a Deion Sanders guy who's telling you that, just imagine a guy that just is coming in. You see what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. Well, for me, the receiver room, the defensive line room, for me to come to Colorado, somebody got to be hitting the portal. Somebody got to be hitting the portal. Running back room too. But
they deep
one
now.
thing about the running back room too. The only thing with the running back room is if Marshall Faulk call you up and you know you a new guy, you might feel like it's a clean slate. But again, you finna go in to Marshall Faulk finna have a full spring with these guys, developing these guys, and then you got to come in here and be new, and he gonna be the already coach these guys and kind of trying to get himself in rhythm and get himself together. So that's the only thing about that, bro. That's it. But everything else, like I said, I believe we're gonna go get some DBs and some safeties because we need them.
Wow. All right, Coach Dre. People talking. The internet, the internet folks, Twitter folks, they upset because Shiloh didn't get invited to that pro day. What's your take on that?
Guys, don't worry. If it was a norm, if we weren't gonna have the kind of pro day we was gonna have, I'd be worried. But because we got two of the top 3 draft picks in the draft, our pro day is gonna look like the combine. Every team with at least half of the NFL head coaches are gonna be at our pro day. You're gonna get everything you want at our pro day. And only thing is we can't get mad is because what they go off of is if NFL teams are asking for you. Now, it can be a good thing or it can be a bad thing. Because I might not want Shiloh to come to the combine and show out because now he's on everybody's radar when he might just be on a few teams' radar that want to draft him. But if I bring him to the combine, because he already done showed out at the Shrine Bowl, they already done put out that he was the smartest guy at the Shrine Bowl. I'll say that again. They've already put out that Shiloh was the guy that when they took them little Wonderlic tests and all the tests about football and stuff, he's one of the smartest guys. So now if I bring him to the combine and he on everybody's list. But our pro day is gonna be so big it don't matter, guys. No need for y'all to get yourselves upset or run your blood pressure up. Because our pro day is going to be big. All 32 teams will be at Colorado's pro day. All 32 teams will be at Colorado's pro day.
I really, what you got to say about this? I really thought the combine would help Will Shepherd. Because they get a chance to check out his measurement. They get a chance to see what he can do in the 40, how high he can jump up, and all that. I think he would have benefited more at the combine than Shotgun. Or Hill Green on one block bully them would. I think he would have had the chance to show off his height, see what he can do in the 40, stuff like that. I think that was that combine before. And boy, if he could have got the chance to go and show his skills, it would have helped him a whole lot. Even though they don't see him anyway.
It is, but again, going to the Shrine Bowl, and then again, our pro day is different from anybody else's pro day because of the simple fact is, like, everybody benefited when Bryce Young and at Alabama when Bryce Young was going to be like when them guys, when you got a guy on your team that's going to be the number 1 pick, especially if he's a quarterback or guys like that, your pro day is as big as the combine. Because they're gonna do the same thing at the pro day, BWatts. So they're gonna measure his hands. They're gonna jump. They're gonna get all the measurables. They did it at the Shrine Bowl as well. So they pretty much got what he needed. It just was gonna be televised. You get what I'm saying? He was gonna get to show out again on television. But as far as us just thinking that it was, I think our pro day is gonna be the biggest thing for our kids. So I'm not worried about the combine as much as everybody else is. Northside said, why should he get an invite? Why should have got an invite? because he's probably one of the best safeties in the country just because y'all don't believe it. But this kid done every year that he's been healthy, Shiloh been one of the best safeties in the country. Y'all forget last year he was all Pac-12. Before he became a Jackson State Tiger, he played in South Carolina in the SEC in big boy country and started the last 2 or 3 games. He dressed every game as a freshman. So when y'all be asking why Shiloh, hey, listen, man, Shiloh gonna really hurt a lot of y'all feelings when he make it to the NFL and he do great. And the one thing I like about him, he ain't talking too much. He just doing his thing. He ain't trying to get the limelight. He ain't looking for none of that. He gonna talk with his shoulder pads and his helmet, and that's how you're supposed to do. But again, we don't care about going to the combine because our pro day is gonna be as big as the combine, so it don't really matter.
Well, that's about the end of the show. I appreciate you, Coach Dre. I'm looking forward to spring practice starting March 11th, I think. I think that's what they text me and told. March 11th.
Yeah, March 11th. Yep, March 11th. Yep.
Yes, I'm looking forward to that. And we ain't got long for that. Right over about a good month, I guess. But hey, appreciate everybody who stopped by and participated in the chat tonight. I'll be getting here and watch the rest of this All-Star game. Coach Dre, you give us the last word and we out of here, dog.
Man, we appreciate everybody coming by and rocking with us, answering your questions. Like I say, everybody is entitled to your opinion as long as you keep it respectful and dignified. Me and my brother will, answer it. We appreciate all the respect that we have going on, and everybody who rock with us. We will be, like you say, you see BWatts doing this thing, and he deserves his flowers for what he's doing, being consistent with this content thing and doing a great job. I'm just here, like I tell people, I'm just a nobody, man, trying to bless somebody. And I hope everybody got what they was looking for on Valentine's Day. But listen, I'm going to tell everybody this, that if you're looking for one day for relevance, then you might be in the wrong situation. If you're looking for one day for relevance, you might be in the wrong situation because every day should be Valentine's Day for your significant other or your spouse, your kids, whoever else you love like that. You should love them every day. Don't put nothing off today thinking that you got for tomorrow because tomorrow is not promised to anybody. And I just want everybody to love somebody. Hey, forgiveness is the biggest thing, guys. When you learn how to forgive, you'll get more blessings. When you learn how to forgive, you'll get more blessings. And as I always tell you, if I send those ships out, those ships will come in. And if there's no contest, nobody can win. Games can't be won if they haven't been played, and prayers can't be answered if they haven't been prayed. I am your man, Coach Drake. That is my brother BWatts. God bless, and we'll see y'all next Sunday.
Appreciate you, bro. I want to thank Coach Drake being on here with us tonight. I want to thank all of you for being here with me tonight. I appreciate you. Like I say, it's a journey, and I'm going to keep rocking this thing to the end. And I hope y'all continue to rock with me, all right? See y'all tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll be talking about who will be wide receiver #1 for Colorado Buffalo football team in 2025. Got the videos. I got it ready. If you thought the quarterback room show was lit, you tune in tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Boy, boy, went up there and got that thing. What? Yeah, I'm just trying to tell you. Hey, appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Have a good night and a good week. And I hope to see you back real soon. All right? Come back. Don't forget to come back. Check me out. Always going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. All right? All right. Appreciate it. Y'all have a good night. And thank you for watching Sports Talk with BWatts. I'm your host, Bernard Watts. Follow me over there on Instagram. You can also follow me over there on Twitter, BWatts0 and BWatts1. BWatts0 and BWatts1. Instagram, Twitter. Appreciate it. Sco Buff.
Sco Buff. Hey, watching Sports Talk with BWatts. I'm your boy, Bernard Watts, live right here in Boulder, Colorado. Getting ready to watch Coach Prime in a Colorado Buffaloes. Yeah, let's go Buffs.
I just want to tell everybody, you know, we get a lot of flack about me being in the portal and all right now. We've got 3 freshmen on offense that's contributing. We got Jordan Seaton, Michael Welch, and Draylon Miller. So don't let anybody out there tell you we're not recruiting high school players. We're recruiting elite high school players to come here because we're looking for guys that can play immediately. We're not looking for guys to come here in red shirt and sit on the bench and play. We're looking for guys to come here and play now.
Understand? Remember, here's the biggest thing about greatness. Greatness ain't about, man, I got it here. Now let me go over. That's what people mess up. You know what greatness is? Come on.
So you think you're doing wrong, and then you keep trying to be better, and then you're just great, or you just do something great, and that's it.
I'm saying, but how I continue to do something good to become great at it. Like
Not mess up.
the consistency part. Like once you master this form or this deal, I just need you to keep repeating that same deal.
So you don't mess up.
Yeah, so be a master at the fundamental. If you become a master at that technique, you want it. It's very, very important. Like, you have to be a master of fundamentals. Like, everybody think it's this extra. No, it's being great at the basics. Be real, real good at your basics. It's like one point. Now I want you to master it to where it's second nature. So now I'm out there breaking, I'm driving. Everything becomes natural.
Say, hey man, you can't be jumping.
Very explosive receivers. They're gonna go get the ball in the air when I put it in the air. And just they all playmakers. They love the game. They know how to get open, and they want the ball. I need receivers that want the ball. They want to go get it. And when it's in the air, it's there. It's no 50-50 balls, and 75-25 is what I want to call it. And I feel like I got those receivers that's gonna be able to do that. You know, Shador did his thing here, but it's time for me to come in and do what I got to do. What Shador did, that was what Shador did, and it's time for me to come in and start my own legacy here for my last year. Okay. So you just got to come in here, put in the work, put in the time. I mean, I got 1 year left, so I just got to take full advantage of it, be able to hold people accountable, people hold me accountable, be a leader, and be able to do what I got to do to support this team, do everything that I can do for this team so we can be able to win games, finish through games, and be able to continue to keep that legacy going and being a winning team.
1-0 each week, every week.